Hello, this is Daniel White. I'm supposed to be doing a video for our hindsight for our team. It's the end of the week 4 now, and pretty much the question we're supposed to answer is the following. If we knew today what we did at the first day of the class, would things be different? Looking over it, in our first week, we were unorganized, weren't fully prepared for what was to come. Now, looking back at it, I could say that definitely would have been more organized from the start. Uh, Definitely would have gone a lot smoother with the organization. Um, so that's one of the main things. Definitely would have learned better with communication. Uh, would have also gone a lot smoother. We would have made sure, even if it was just to say hello, we would have stayed in contact from day to day instead of just during our meetings, which it worked out okay for the most part. But it would have been a lot better if we had stayed day to day connected. So those are the two major things that now looking back, if we had actually been more organized with both our work and whatnot, and also stayed in better communication range of each other, I think it would have been a lot smoother. It would have been a lot less stress in certain parts. But I guess that's about it for now. Peace out.
Hello, this is Nicholas Cope, and this is my week 4 response video. The question for the response is, if on the first day of this course you knew what you knew now, what would your team do differently? If I knew what I knew now, what my team would do differently from the very beginning is we would learn to edit and revise each other's works more. The problem that we had with a lot of our grades being docked points is that we did not go over each other's work. Um, Even though we did trust each other enough to allow each one of us to have different portions of work on an assignment, we still did not go back and edit and revise. Um, wasn't wasn't the biggest problem, but still was a problem that needed to be addressed, and it slowly was. Uh, we slowly started to solve the problem, but it never really got resolved. Um, Next, uh, I would bring back the knowledge that we needed to have better time management. Time management was necessary for all of our projects. We seemed to do a lot of our work in the middle of the week, but towards the final days before it was due, um, we kind of just pushed everything together on top of each other. If we would have staggered everything, work would have been easier and less stressful for the whole entire team and all team members. Alrighty, so thank you, and I will see you next week.
Hello, and this is my week 4 response post. Um, the question is, if on the first day of this course you knew what you know now, what would your team do differently? I really believe that we would communicate better. Uh, really, that's the biggest one is communicate much better. I do believe that we would take the charter more seriously. Um, I really believe that we wouldn't procrastinate so much. I really think that we would probably attend all the WIMBA sessions together, or at least attempt to make more productive meetings. We do a lot of things right. I can't say that what we do now is bad. The meetings, yeah, could improve, but everything I just named off, we do good. I'm just saying we would do them differently. There's nothing in this question that says that we have to improve, because even though we do have to improve, we still do things right in our own way. It's just if we did them differently, we would have a different light on the situation, and maybe we would find a more productive outlet. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we do things wrong, because we don't. Obviously, we don't. So thank you, and hopefully this answers the question.
Hello, my name is Brandon Bell. This is week 4 discussion for team building class, and that's Full Sail University, July 2011. I'm representing Team Infinity's End Entertainment. The question for this week's response post is, looking back in hindsight, say for instance you know exactly what you know now, but you're in the beginning of the class, what would you do differently? What would you do in hindsight of what you've done already? And I have to say, what I would do differently in hindsight is just being more communication, have more stronger communications with my teammates and outside of meetings. I would say that inside of meetings, communication is more important than outside of meetings. Within the meetings, I feel like if we had stronger communication, or the communication skills that the team has now in the beginning of the course, then we would have had much more efficient meetings, much more time up front to get started on things that have lagged to the end in the whole course and in the whole class. I also believe that another thing we could have done better, had we known, is just being in better contact with each other and making sure that everybody knows the best course of contact or the best plan of contact in order to get in touch with the next team member and to make sure that you get in touch with them in a timely manner. The last thing I would add, the last thing of importance I might say, is that all team members must be held accountable in the way of communication, and staying in communication and staying on top of their tasks and what's assigned to them. And of course, accountability must be maintained through that of the other teammates.